What's up, guys? Welcome back. So today we are not talking about the M400. We're going to be talking about the SIG P320 subcompact and RX versions. The weapon is unloaded for those of you that give a damn. And what we're going to be talking about is how the SIG P320 is a modular unit. So, if you know anything about the P320, you have it in subcompact, compact, full size, 9mm, 40, 45, and 357 SIG. I believe the 250 you can do this also along with the 229s, but this is a fully modular weapon. You can switch between all three frame sizes or the four calibers, and you can also get a multitude of RX versions in the full size, compact, in 45, 9mm, 357. So all you have to do, you keep the slide the same. You don't take anything apart. You keep the frame itself the same, except for your takedown lever. Your takedown lever and your trigger assembly are the only two things that you're switching over between weapon systems. So a little bit about this one. This is the P320 subcompact. From the factory, it takes a 12-round magazine, but you can also feed it with 15 round, 17 round, and the 21 round big boys. But yeah, it comes with night sights, a fairly decent trigger on it, and a nice smooth action, a decent sized grip for a subcompact. I have fairly decent hands, and only about half of my pinky comes off of the bottom of it, which doesn't bother me too much. The gun still shoots fine. I still get decent groups out of it, but because of getting into the 3-gun competition shooting, I wanted to get something that was a little bit bigger and could take those 17 and 21 round magazines without leaving a huge gap like this one does. So this is the 12 round. Here's the 15 round, and you can see there at the bottom you have that gap. Now you can get your grip extensions. You know, they're only $12, but I wanted something with a little longer barrel on it, a little wider grip, and a little bit longer, taller grip, with a little bit more of a beaver tail back here in the back. So I went with the P320 RX conversion. This is a 3.9-inch barrel with the Romeo 1 red dot sight. I don't think you guys can see the red dot. That red dot stays on all the time. It's motion activated, so after 2 minutes the red dot shuts off and becomes inactive until it is moved again. So if you're walking with it, it's most likely going to stay on. I think I checked it a few times today when I had it assembled and put together, and it was on. But that's because, you know, you're moving. Now if you have it in your car, it will not turn back on until that weapon is drawn or moved or whatever the case may be, which is nice. It's kind of a reactionary red dot, so you're not always wasting your battery. You're not losing that needed power. So fairly easy to install the battery. It's easy to adjust with just a flathead screwdriver. The gun comes pre-machined, and this sight actually slides into the dovetail grooves there, just the same as, you know, your sights would with a sight pusher. This slide was specifically designed to fit this RMR. So without further ado, we'll go ahead and assemble it. Now, I had already unboxed this because if you know anything about what SIG has been doing recently, they have changed the slide release there, and it would not fit my trigger assembly would not fit this frame with the old slide release, so I've already installed it and unboxed everything. That way, when I was doing this video, I wasn't sitting here messing around with it. So, yeah, so we'll go ahead and install the RX frame and slide. So you'll push your takedown lever down just like you would to regularly disassemble. Pull your slide off the top, and you can set that to the side. You don't need anything out of it. It can stay just the way God created it. And so you've got your takedown lever, a little bit of finagling, twisting, and pulling, and that bad boy will come right out of there. So, and the same with your trigger assembly. That's all you're going to need. So you can set your frame to the side, your slide to the side, and all you're going to need now is your RX, your compact frame, and your RX slide. So rear end first, and then push your trigger in. Yep, just like that, Adam. Alright, push your trigger in, and with it being a new frame, it's a little tight, so we will force it in without breaking it. So there is a little groove that you kind of got to wiggle past there, and then rotate all the way around until you're back to your lock setting, and then you can fully push it in and rotate back to the unlock position. Now you can just take your slide, lock it in place, and swing that takedown lever back in, and you've got a fully functioning compact SIG p320rx. This also takes the 15, 17, and 21 round magazines. You cannot fit these little babies in there, the 12 round magazines. So a little bit about it. I showed you guys earlier my pinky stayed about halfway off the bottom of the frame here. Now, as you can see with a full grip, that is not the case. So on this subcompact frame, you can see that the front of the trigger guard is rounded, whereas this one is angled and has some textured grooving here on the front. It seems to have a little bit heavier stippling around the frame, the grip here, which is nice. Gives you a good purchase when you go to draw this weapon. So as I come up and draw this weapon, that red dot lines right up with these suppressor height night sights that come with the frame, or come with the slide, and it just kind of, you know, it rises very well to the eye. Just a nice smooth transition from draw into firing position. So just like the compact, nice and easy to stroke and, you know, fix issues or whatever you need to do, and then return to firing position. The one thing that I don't like is the slide release is about half the size of what the old slide release is, and it is not difficult to get a purchase on, but it's more difficult than the old one was. So I've come to find that if you push in and down, that actuates that slide release a lot better than, and it might just be because it's new and hasn't been fired at all, but I've just found that it kind of sticks a little bit more than the old slide release did. So, but yeah, this is the P320 Compact RX. Price point on it is about $600. That's from SIG, and the standard kits without the red dot sight are anywhere from $300 to $450, depending on what frame you're getting, what caliber you're getting, whatever the case may be. So if you guys want to check that out, you can just go to sigsauer.com and they're right there. Sometimes if you're like me and you look around for deals, you can find these at a much better price. I got this for about $100 less out the door than what just the standard price of it is online. And I can't wait to get out and shoot this thing. So I was supposed to go today, but the interstate was pretty much locked down and couldn't get to the range. But I will be getting out soon, and I will do a full review of this P320rx for you guys and let you know what my thoughts are after shooting it. I'll let you know what my thoughts are on this Romeo 1 sight and how it performed for me at the range. And if I can get the GoPro up and running and my computer up and running here in the next week, then I will be adding footage of me at the range doing my thing with this bad boy here. So I've recently put together my duty belt, my 3-gun belt, and I've gotten this here. I'm going to be getting a new trigger, the Apex trigger assembly for this P320, along with doing a few more things to the AR-15. I've still got to get the grip guards. I've got to get the hand stopper. I've got to get my red dot sight and figure out what I want to do for a sling assembly. So if you guys have any good ideas for sling assembly, I'm kind of in the middle of advanced armament. They're that awesome sling that they have that you can just adjust and tighten down as tight as you want to get it and hold it close to your body, or just the standard, Magpul 2-point sling to 1-point sling, whatever that thing, the QD4 or whatever it's called. So those are the two that I'm kind of locked down on right now and not 100% sure what I want to do. But if you guys have any better ideas than those two, put a link in the comments below and let me know what you think. And let me know if you like this video, if you want to see more on the P320, if you want to see how to replace the slide release, let me know in the comments. If you want to know more on the Romeo 1 sight, leave it down in the comments. Give me some ideas of what you want to see video wise, and I will try to get to those videos and do them for you guys, and that'll be about that. So I appreciate everything, guys, and I will talk to you later. Peace.